Hi guys, welcome back. In today's video, I will be doing a quick get ready with me. It might not be the best day for me to do so today because it is really hot, and then all of my lights that I have on at the moment are only gonna make this room even hotter, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully my face doesn't melt off, but I feel like this is a great time to test out the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Foundation. I haven't tried this one out, and I really wanted to see how it performed on my oily combination skin and how it did against the heat. I will be using as many new products, or at least new to me, that I am still testing out, and I can let you guys know how I feel about them the more that I test them. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with today's video. Alright you guys, so this might be a very chatty video, or it might be a not so chatty video. We'll see, but I already feel very rambly, so I just hit my mirror, but I don't know you guys. I feel like I really wanted to sit down and kind of talk with you guys a little bit because I feel like I've kind of been all over the place. I feel like I just want to talk lately, and usually I am a very quiet person. If you need some company or just want to hear somebody talk because you're doing something and that's just your thing, then hey, I do that all the time, honestly. If I'm cooking or cleaning, I just play a lot of YouTube videos, especially makeup ones, and just leave them as background noise. And I feel like I should be paying attention and seeing what the people are doing in their videos, but if you're busy, you just can't help it. And it's nice to feel like you kind of have a friend there, but you don't necessarily have to talk back to them. You're just listening. I'm gonna get started with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Hydrating Primer. I still haven't learned the names of all of these, you guys. These products from Fenty Beauty are very new to me. This is what the product looks like, and I did use this primer already. I love the way it smells. It feels really nice, but I'm not 100% sure if it really did much, as a primer, but that is why I still want to keep testing it out, because it smells so good and it makes your skin feel really, really soft. I do have some areas where I have dry patches, and I really don't like the way foundation looks when it clings to dry patches. I feel like nobody likes that, So I figured if I have a nice and hydrated base, I won't have that issue. But we will see. Oh, it just smells so good. It really does make me feel really glamorous, and I don't know, it just makes me feel nice. It makes me feel like I am applying really nice products. And who doesn't like that, I mean, I've never heard anyone say, "Oh, I love applying bad products to my skin." So but I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the foundation. Again, this is the Pro Filt'r mattifying foundation. It's probably something longer than that. Yeah, soft matte longwear foundation, but you guys know what it is. And I am using the one in the shade 230, so I'm just gonna take some on the back of my hand there. And I also got the Fenty Beauty sponge. This is so soft. It feels so good. I feel like it doesn't absorb, all of the product into the sponge. So I don't feel like you're wasting product. And it's just a really nice sponge. And I didn't want to fall in love with it because I don't like spending a lot of money on makeup sponges. But anyways, this foundation seems to be doing a good job at blending out. The coverage looks pretty good as well, and I love that. I love a full coverage foundation. Sometimes you just have to be careful though, because when you have a foundation that has more coverage than others, sometimes they can be cakey. But so far it looks pretty good. I think I did a good thing going in with the hydrating primer. I don't know how this foundation blends out with like a regular primer or a mattifying one, because sometimes, you know, foundations don't like certain primers. So that's also another thing when it comes to trying out foundations. I feel like you definitely have to try them out with different primers. Like if it doesn't work out the first time, maybe it's not the foundation, maybe it's just the primer you're using. I'm just saying that in general because this foundation doesn't seem to be giving me any issues at all. And again, I love the coverage. Of course, this area is like super hard for me to cover. Also, the concealer from Fenty Beauty that I got, I don't know if they have more than one or if that's the only concealer they have, but I wasn't completely in love with it because I felt like the coverage could have been better. I might end up having to put up my hair because it is quite toasty in here, you guys. So let me actually go ahead and do that. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to concealer. So I'm going in with the Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Concealer in the shade 230. And like I was telling you guys, I didn't feel like it was my favorite because of the coverage. But other than that, I didn't have any issues with like creasing. This blends out like super easily and it doesn't feel heavy. It is a bit pricey though. So I think you can definitely find that was my mirror, but I think you can definitely find other concealers out there for a more affordable price. Honestly, this one kind of reminds me of the, what's it called? I have it up here. This one, the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, because this one blends out so nice. I love this one, but I think even this one has a little bit more coverage than the Fenty concealer. All right, you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and put on some bronzer and blush. These are both cream products. This is the Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Bronzer in the shade Machiato. And then the blush is the Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Blush in Strawberry Drip. And I'm going to go in to the Fenty Beauty bronzer. And this shade is pretty warm. So it's definitely just to add warmth to my face. I mean, it does add a little bit of structure too. But this is definitely not a contour shade, you know, because it's pretty warm. So if you want to contour, I would probably go in with a different shade. I really like the way this product performs, at least the way it did the first time I used it. This will be the second time. It just blends out really nicely. It's like super, super creamy. And it looks really good. So I liked it. I felt like it was a win for me. I didn't have any issues with it. I should have brought some iced coffee with me. I've been trying to slow down on the coffee, you guys, because if I drink too much coffee, I've noticed that I am more anxious, you know, and I don't like feeling anxious. It's not a good feeling to feel, especially when you don't really have a reason to feel that way. But that's just the way anxiety is sometimes, you know, for those of you that may go through that. It's not fun, but coffee does not help, and I am a huge coffee lover. For a long time I was drinking the like espresso shots, and that was making things worse apparently. So I had to stop drinking them as much, and I just drink regular coffee. But I have to be careful and just have like 1 or 2 cups a day, which is very hard for me, you guys, because I love coffee so much. But yeah, it is what it is, you know. Sometimes you gotta do things because they are better and healthier for you, even if it hurts your heart. So that is what the bronzer looks like. I did bring it down pretty low. Usually I like to keep it a bit higher, like, you know, but I'll probably just go in with some powder and try to fix it a little bit. But I really like the way this bronzer looks. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the cream blush, and again, this one is in the shade Strawberry Drip. So it is a very bright corally red, or corally pink actually. So this is what it looks like, and I'm gonna take the brush I usually use for blush, and I'm just going in with it. This blush is so beautiful, and you can definitely, you know, just have nice sheer natural moment, or you can really just be dramatic with it, kind of like that. I'm gonna move on to the powder. I feel like this video is just like Fenty Beauty First Impressions Part 2, but it's not really a first impressions. I really want to keep trying out these products, you know. But I do have a brow pencil that isn't from Fenty Beauty. I mean, I do have a brow pencil that is from Fenty Beauty, but I wanted to show you guys this one for today's video. This one is from e.l.f. because I've tried it 1 or 2 times and I really like it. And then I have a mascara from Urban Decay. So, you know, it's not all Fenty Beauty, you know. We're gonna try out like 2 other things that are, you know, different. But anyways, I'm going in with the Pro Filt'r setting powder in the shade Banana, and I am going to use that to set my face. You guys, you're about to see the power of this powder, because this will blur your skin and it looks so good. Okay, let me show you guys. All right. Oh, it smells so good too. Oh my goodness. Like, wow. Facetune who? I don't know her. I just know Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r setting powder. Ooh, girl, I got a bunch of powder on my shirt. You guys see that? Hopefully, it doesn't look too bad on camera, but in person, that does not look too great. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and let my hair down a little bit, you guys, because I really don't like having my hair up while I'm, you know, here with you guys. I'm gonna put a little bit of the Living Proof Nourishing Styling Cream to calm down this frizz, because you guys saw all I did was put my hair up and look at what it's doing. It likes to fight me. It is not my friend. So I have to try and tame it with, you know, all these hair products sometimes. Yes. Control my frizz. Tame the beast that is the frizz monster. Let's go ahead and move on to brows. So I have the e.l.f. Instant Brow Lift. I already messed it up. The e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil, and this one is in the shade Deep Brown. So I don't remember exactly how much this is, but it is very affordable, just like e.l.f. in general is. And I like it. To me, this is like an in-between of like a very tiny brow pencil, so like a micro brow pencil. Let me show you Fenty's. Where is it? This is the Fenty one, and I mean, I'm sure you guys know what a micro brow pencil looks like, but this is the size difference. So this is the micro brow pencil, and then this is the e.l.f. Brow pencil. And I really like this one because I feel like it's quicker to fill in your brows. This one did great too, of course, and I love me a micro brow pencil. Usually I do prefer it, but I was very surprised by this one because it's really nice, and it stays on throughout the day. It's very affordable. And so I wanted to show it to you guys in today's video. However, I do want to use the little brush, whoops, the little brush from the Fenty Beauty brow pencil because it's like different, at least to me it is, versus a spoolie, because I do want to practice using this brush more. So yeah, I'm going to be using the pencil from e.l.f. and the little brush from the Fenty Beauty brow pencil. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and prep my eyelids. This is not a new product for me. I should definitely get me some eyelid primers. I usually just use concealer for that, but since the Fenty Beauty one is very creamy, I don't really want to use that as a eye primer because I feel like the shadows will crease. So instead I'm going with the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. In my first impressions video, you guys, for some reason I totally forgot about eye primer, and then when I was using the eyeshadow I was like, oh well, this shimmery shade is like creasing a little bit. And it's like, well, maybe it's because you didn't use any eye primer. You didn't prep your eyelids. So I should have definitely done that. So the eyelids are ready to go, and the snap shadow is called True Neutrals. So this is number 1. And as I showed you guys in the previous video, you get the eyeshadows. They're very pretty. And then you get the shade names on the back. So there we go.
Walking downtown and I'm okay. He's got it all figured out. It's what they all say, yeah. Everyone's looking at me thinking that I'm different. Everyone's looking at me thinking that I'm living. But I don't really care what they all say. It's easier said than done.
Alright, you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to mascara. I'm not gonna apply any lashes or eyeliner today because I'm trying to keep this look pretty simple and everyday. I mean, I would wear eyelashes and eyeliner every day, but you know, sometimes you don't have time for all of that. And for me, today is one of those days. So today I'm going in with the Urban Decay Perversion Volumizing Mascara. They always have some interesting names, but this claims to be lengthening and volumizing. I have used it, I don't know how many times, once, twice, around there, and it's not my favorite so far though. This is what the brush looks like. And yeah, I don't know if that gives any of you guys an idea of what the mascara is going to look like, but it definitely goes on pretty thick. It is not a very like defining mascara. I don't know exactly how much this retails for. The one that I have is a sample that I got, I don't know how long ago, but I had totally forgotten that it was there, and I found it in my bathroom one day while I was trying to clean it out. So I was like, oh nice, I should probably give that a try, and I did. But I don't know, can you guys already tell what I'm trying to explain to you guys though? It just, I don't know, it's not the best, and I know Urban Decay is pricey, so I am definitely not going to be purchasing this mascara myself. Again, this was a sample, and if I had purchased it, I probably would have been pretty disappointed, or I would have possibly returned it because I know Urban Decay is pricey. And there are some good drugstore mascaras out there that will not leave your lashes, you know, kind of clumpy. And you guys saw I curled my lashes, but they're already like falling down because it's just really thick, and so it gives the lashes a lot of weight and it just like weighs them down. And so I have to like curl them again, and it's hard. Like I feel like I have to go on a lot, which doesn't help with the weight. But I don't know, it's just not my favorite mascara at all. I actually don't really like it, but I did want to, I guess, share it with you guys because it is still kind of new to me, and I figured maybe if I keep trying it, you know, maybe I'll use it differently, or I'll find something that I do like about it. But I don't know, if you guys have tried this mascara and it worked out for you, definitely let me know if you did anything special to make it work, or if you just like the look that this mascara gives you. So my camera died because it overheated. Like, I'm not kidding you guys, it's pretty hot in here. But I went ahead and applied lipstick. I used the AOA Studio Wonder Matte Liquid Lipstick. These lipsticks are not new to me, but this shade is. I hadn't tried this shade yet, and I do quite like it. It's like a very nice neutral corally shade. I'm going to also apply the Gloss Balm on top of it, guys. Oh my goodness, the first time I used this thing, and I've only used it once, I don't know why I say the first time, but I instantly fell in love. I'm not kidding, this has got to be the best lip gloss I've ever used. It smells good. It smells like candy, but in a good way. Like, it just smells so yummy, and it's so smooth. It looks beautiful. And this one is in the shade Fenty Glow. They do have several different shades, and let's see how it looks on top of this lipstick. Oh my goodness, it's so perfect. And this is just a miniature one. This is not a full-sized one. I just wanted to try them out, but I will definitely be purchasing the full-size gloss bombs. So for highlighter, I'm going in with the Kilowatt Freestyle highlighter in Hustler Baby, and this is what it looks like. And honestly, I don't need to be more glowy, but I do love a good highlighter. I guess that is it for today's video, you guys. I thought I was gonna be more chatty and give you guys updates about my life and just let you guys know how things have been and stuff, and I feel like I didn't, which is weird, but I don't know. I guess we'll have to do that next time. But for today, you guys, this is it. This is the finished look. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!